Hey guys, it's MiniMac25 here. Now today, we're going to be ranking Super Mario Odyssey's Kingdoms from worst to best. Oh, hold on, what's the? Yep. So ranking all the kingdoms from worst to best. Now a few years ago, I defeated Bowser basically, and did all the bosses and etc. etc. Now, since we're playing a 100%ed game, there won't be any power moon requirements or anything. But starting off in last place, we have the Cloud Kingdom, also known as Nimbus Arena. Now, it's based on these few cloud platforms. Now, the only thing that this level brings you is your first encounter with Bowser. Afterwards, there is only, well, look at this, 9 moons left. Now, these aren't the most difficult moons at all, or anything. So, it's quite a shame that they didn't do much more. Well, it's just a really small kingdom, and apart from being a small kingdom, there's nothing else to it. They could have done more with the clouds and stuff, but they didn't. So, yeah. Next is another kingdom that has the same problem, which is the Ruined Kingdom, also known as Crumbledom. Now, the problem with this is, yeah, it only has 10 moons. Not much more. But also is that it's only a boss fight again. But luckily this time it's a unique boss fight. Instead of just fighting Bowser, you actually fight this dragon. Now I can't show you this since I'm on a 100% save file, but I can show you the dragon. Here he is. Now he throws electric rings all over you. And it is actually a really cool boss fight. And once you've beaten the game, you can actually go back and visit him and actually climb up his scales. Now it is really cool. I just wish there was a little lead up to the dragon boss fight, because that's a cool boss fight, but yeah. Next main kingdom actually coming in. Now, Bowser's Castle, also known as Bowser's Kingdom, I don't actually like, okay? Now, I have to go a little bit off of my list, because since this wasn't next on my list that I did. Now, the problem with this is for me, is I don't like using the Pokeos. And I found this actually quite boring and frustrating. Now there's lots of different planets all over, so you've got an island in the sky, and there's just lots of different challenges with Pokeo. And unlike many people, I am not a fan of this catch-all one bit. Yes, it's cool that you can go on the roofs of these houses and buildings, but I don't know, there's just something with this gimmick that I'm not a fan of, and I'm just not a fan of it. That's all I can really say. But there is a Robo Brood boss battle right at the end in the Showdown Arena. That was not warping me. But you can come back, and although with no Robo Brood, there's still some stuff. So yeah, that's all I can really say. I know I'm going very short on these kingdoms, but that's what I'm saying. Next, still in the bad territory, we have the Docks, or also known as Rabbit Ridge. And the problem with this is it's only used for a boss arena. And another face is Robo Brood, and all 4 of the Broodals. Otherwise, there's a few challenges that are very hard, but they're pretty much remakes of the others, but harder. Other moons and challenges, but made harder. Now it's a real I'm saying a lot, but it's actually quite sad. Because it's all this used for is a boss battle, boss rush thing, which is, it's not a bad thing. It's just that it's quite. We've already fought these bosses yeah, 2 times already in this game. They're not the best bosses either, and then you have to fight it again. And even once you've beaten the game, you can go back to it and play them, but still, it's just yeah. And anyway, for some of them, they only have floor-based attacks, like Topper. You can just jump above it, its only attack, and then all you got is defense attack. And then all you got is its defense attack to worry about, and that's not that painful. So he has lots of hats. So I could talk about all these bosses separately, but I'm not going to. So yeah, let's move on. Next, moving on, is the Seaside Kingdom. Now, also known as Bubble Lane. Now, I love the beach section. Honestly, it's just so fun to travel around. It's a volleyball minigame, and I just like going on the beach. But the problem is most of the secrets are underwater. And yes, you can capture a Gushen and a Sheep Troop. That makes it much more bearable, but still, it's underwater and it's boring underwater. But there's lots of stuff that are fun in this level, like going through the canyon. Even playing volleyball, you could say, is a little bit fun. Very annoying. But there's just so much to it and stuff. If it only wasn't for the large, very large underwater section, then it would have been so much better. Plus, it actually has a good boss. I know lots of people don't like it, and I know lots of people can't pronounce the name. So, here you go. Molluscaloncia. Not that hard, if I'm honest. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, and even the shops aren't shops. I mean, it literally takes place on Dory's back. Okay, that's something. That is something. There you go. Yeah, it's just alright. Next is Forgotten Isle, also known as the Lost Kingdom. Now, these are one of the few jungle levels that I don't really like. Sure, the captures are cool with the tropical wigglers. There are annoying ones where you have to use, if you throw your cap at an enemy, then it just suddenly randoms fire. But another thing that's annoying is the bird, I can't remember its name, that takes your hat. And I do love jungle levels. But for some reason, I'm not a fan of this one, so yeah, it's a shame, because most jungle levels I really am a fan of, but this one just comes up a little bit short. Now, it's basically a jungly / mountain level where you have to climb up a mountain. Okay, yeah, climb up a mountain, cool. It's just, there's something not right about this. I mean, there's nothing wrong about it, but there's something wrong about it. Now, I don't know what, but it's just not right. That's all I can read. But when you get on top, you get to fly around as Glidon, and yeah, you get to capture him and fly around everywhere. Even through the big moon thing in Odyssey. So yeah. Next, in 11th, going into the alright tier, is the Moon Kingdom, also known as Honey Line Ridge. Now, this is the first kingdom that includes low gravity, and they use it pretty well, meaning you can do longer jumps and much more cool tricks, etc., etc. I'm not very good at them, but still, it's nice to try. Also means this walking thing is much harder, but I don't know anyone who likes that walking challenge. There's also this underground moon cave that you can actually skip. Now, it's a real shame that you can skip the whole entire section. And trust me, the section isn't that easy. I don't find the section very easy, and I did struggle with some of it. But just by going over to the Sphinx here, although I wasn't able to do it, sorry, it is possible to get up that wall. And apparently it's not that hard. It's also easier if it's in its normal place, but if you answer all the questions, I mean, it's still possible. So, yeah, that's not much else. Except from, in the wedding hall, once you capture a frog and climb up the wedding hall, get some purple coins, and get up here, okay? Nice. You can, and go by the bell, this happens. You can even take the frog inside there. You can actually go on the railings. I mean, it's not that cool, but it's nice. It's a nice addition. Plus, you can also jump into a painting. Like in Odyssey. I mean, in 64. I don't want to jump into painting, but you can do. Next is the darker side, also known as Culmina Crater. Now, the problem with this one is, it's not really a problem. It's just, it's a long challenge at the end of the game, okay? There's only a multi-moon in this, and that makes total sense. It keeps on the tradition from Super Mario Galaxy 2's Purple Run, 3D World's Champions Road, and 3D Land's 8-S. All the secret challenges from the end. Okay? Now, this level is actually, for me, quite hard. But the problem is there's lots of life up parts and skips that you can do. There's a big skip that you can skip the hardest section, one of the hardest sections in the game, if not the hardest, which is a big platform with the spiny enemies, which aren't that hard, but they make it hard here. So once you've gone into the pipe, eventually you'll reach this UFO guy, and if you defeat him twice, if you hit him twice, you get a life up heart for that, but I've already got a life up heart and I'm on assist mode. And so, after doing that, you climb up this staircase, and then you have to beat this section. With falling platforms and falling poles. Now this section isn't that difficult, but on my first playthrough I always struggled with it. But now that I'm much better at the game, it's actually really easy. Oh my. But if you fail, you have to restart from this point. And trust me, those those little swinging poles don't like to come out, do they? So I don't know why I'm giving you a little playthrough of this, and I'm not editing, but I am not. So you can see the whole of the level. Don't know why you'd want to, but just wanna. Can I get health from this? Can I regain my health? Someone else is fine. No! Yes! Oh my god. And then you have to go on the platform on these falling platforms, which take much longer than they need to be. Long jumping makes it go much quicker though. is so nice to long jump, dude. Okay, so once you get up here, you can get another life heart, not a life up heart. And then you have one of the most annoying sections in the game where you have to travel through those without touching the ground. Easier said than done, trust me. Now you always have to like travel around in circles with the lava holes, but you also have to do it without taking damage to the skewers, because if you take damage, then you'll have to restart. No, well you don't have to restart, but most of the time it means you have to. Once you get over to here, and don't do that, you will manage to get... After doing that section, you can finally make this cannon, as I was trying to say, and then you've got this uproot section, and I like uproot, with the Sand Kingdom music. Now, there is a life up part, not a life up part, but you can get a life around there, and if I'm honest with you, that's pretty generous for a final level. So that's basically a power-up. Champions Road, no power-ups. Don't know about 3D Land, but I doubt it. Galaxy 2 Hat 2 with some platforming, I think. I don't know. But can I just say that section was really annoying. But this section is quite annoying, but not as annoying as the last section. I don't think there is a section that's that annoying. Now, after doing this weird bit, stretching up as uproot, going up the route with uproot. I would like you to come up, please. Thank you. I don't know how I did not take damage. Do I have to wait? Like, I forgot how you get out of capture. I literally forgot how you got out of capture. I need to get my health back, my lord. This is actually really scary now. Just to like ground pound or something, I don't know. But I'm doing it without uproot. What am I meant to do here? Is this like layer 0? Yeah, it's layer 0. Oh no, not the ice there. Oh no. So yeah, you have to make a section with these fuzzies and these very annoying ice. I'm going to damage boost because I do not want to play through this section. Then you've got a section with Yoshi. Yay, which is actually pretty cool. I want to eat you. Why can I not eat fuzzies? Oh, dude. Wait, what? Hold on, wait. How? I'm doing this the wrong way around, guys. No, I don't know which way I want to go. This way, no, that way, no, that. No, what am I doing? This way, definitely. That way. Now you can do this without the flower pass, but I don't want to do that, if I'm honest. See, it's basically also a mash of music. Yeah, there's a life up part there, sure, I don't really want to get that though. I mean, there's a big life up part next to the Sphinx. So, Nice! Dude, what's up? Can you answer more questions? Which of these unique attributes are in your... It's gardening. It's gardening. It's gardening, I know. Okay, so you get some of those. There's this flower path that you take to this next section. Yeah, this is a lot of sections. I think I'll do a separate video with more. There's a gliding section and then the path of these are annoying fuzzies. This is taking too long. I got too excited with myself. We're going into night, then we're at 20 minutes. Okay, going into night, we have the Snow Kingdom. Now I'm going to go very quick. Now, where is it? Now, The problem with this kingdom is when you first visit it, it's not like this. There's a big snowstorm, so you don't really explore the outside bit that much. But you can do, but it's really boring. And this outside here, it's not much but there is freezing cold water that will kill you. And that's always nice. But the bit that I absolutely love is underneath here. Now, I don't just like the races and the challenges around here, but I like some of the cutest things on Earth. Oh my god! Oh, you're so cute! They're just so cute. Just look at their faces. They just love their races and stuff. I can't help it. They're so cute. And if you say they're not cute, then I say they are cute, and they are cute if I say they are cute. Oh, look at them! Oh, look at them! Right, I need to stop being crazy. Ending off the alright tier in 8 is the Sand Kingdom, another fan favourite. Now, with this vast space, there's not much that they can do, and there's a lot of empty open space, as you can see. The Tostarena town is pretty cool, and so is the inverted pyramid and the little ruins before it. And there's even a little oasis, which is quite nice. But the problem is, although there's a bit of fun platforming section around there with the bullet bills and stuff, it's really annoying having to restart and having to travel around this big, vast sand space. This kingdom has some of the most moons in the game with 89. Okay, now sure, there is Jaxie that you can move around, a little creature that you can ride on. His controls aren't the best, but I've never been a fan of sand levels, but I mean, I've noticed something when I've been doing this ranking. Mario Odyssey is a great game, but the kingdoms aren't really that great when you think of them, when you rank them separately. So, yeah. Moving on. Cap Kingdom. Now, I don't know why I put this high. I'm just looking at that like, what the? But just being the first kingdom and just being a very small, short kingdom doesn't mean it's bad. Now, this just starts off the good tier in 7. Now, there's no problem with this at all. And I think it's actually quite creative to have a whole town of Cappies. Pretty cool. And there's a lot to explore around here in this small area. And it actually has quite a lot of moons, having 31 for this small area. And it is actually pretty creative with all the little hacked ships. Basically, mini Odysseys. There are quite a few references, and it's really fun just going back later in the game. But there's only one request that I have as well. When you start off the game, there are no purple coins, right, or other moons when you enter here. At least have some purple coins, I would say. So this is actually really annoying that you actually have to backtrack everywhere to go back and get all the collectibles. See, that's my only problem, but it's actually a really good kingdom, despite being a short one. Now, I hate underwater levels, but I put the Lake Kingdom here. Now, again, I'm looking back at my list that I wrote about 10 months ago. I'm looking at it like, what is this person talking about? But I have to be quite fair, although I hate underwater levels. It's a peaceful underwater level, unlike the Seaside Kingdom, and there's not a million gazillions of litres of water. And there even is a little town which is, well, I'll go on to that in a minute. Now, it's not that fun travelling through this water, but there isn't that much, and they actually do it in a good way. Not as good as Beach Bowl Galaxy though, okay? We need a replica of that. Beach Bowl Galaxy is by far the best underwater or whatever. Now, the problem is, once you've travelled through here and you're on your first playthrough, wanting to beat Rango, why am I bit. The problem is there are multiple ways that you can actually fall down. Multiple ways that you can fall down during this section. And it can actually be really annoying having to keep backtracking and stuff. I mean, it's not a bad galaxy. I would have put it, looking back now, I should have put it in the alright category. But it's not a bad kingdom. I'll just say that. Next is the Wooded Kingdom. Now, this kingdom is actually a real fun one. A real big one. A real confusing one. But a real fun one. There's so many different passages to go. There's the deep woods, which it does exist. Now, you have to find a nut, which I actually realised that it's actually quite close to the big vine that you can get if you fall down into the deep woods. And I'm not that old, okay? Now, I was scared by the Tyrannosaurus Rex that came after me, okay? And I really struggled. I got lots of moons from it on my first playthrough, but still, I did not like it at all. That's my only criticism on him. But they take it as like a gardening thing with all metal and robot machinery. Okay? So, is this saving the environment? No idea. Is this not saving the environment? No idea. Machinery does not help the environment. Gardening and stuff. All the greenery does. This also includes one of my favourite captures of the game, Uproot. Meaning you can now break nutcases. And get lots of moons from that. So, yeah. Next is Cascade Kingdom. Now, I love this kingdom. It's a really cool one with the fossil type of theme, the dinosaur theme that's not been really seen before. Yes, it's like a rock theme, but it's different. It's unique. It has waterfalls, and the main capture is chain chomps. Now, if you think of this, chain chomps wouldn't come to mind. But actually, since they can break stuff, they can break the fossils. And they are included extremely well. I mean, even the boss has a chain chomp, for goodness, bananas. But there is just so much to explore. 2D sections, islands. Although it's different stuff repeated, you can even capture a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah? Okay. Now that's all I'm going to say about this one because this video is going so long. Next is a Luncheon Kingdom based around food. There is sweet corns that you have to ride on. There's forks. There's Chef Fire Bros, okay? Lava. There's pink lava, blue lava from 3D World So 2013. I mean, the lava bubbles are the main capture and you can swim in the soup. Okay? Okay? You swim in soup to defeat a boss, okay? That pukes into the soup, okay? There's a whole world of peppers, tomatoes, squid, aubergines, okay? And there's these little seeds that you can put into the pot and stuff, and you can jump into the pot and kill yourself, if you want, okay? The lava bubbles are included amazingly, and guess what? Okay? There is a whole section based around cheese. That's not the section, but tomatoes are enemies. Where is it? Where is that cheese? Cheese? Like cheese. Where's the cheese island? Can't find cheese island. Is it cheese? I have no idea where the cheese island is. But I think I know. It's at the bottom of there, isn't it? So yeah, the Hammer Bros can break the cheese blocks. No! Where is it? Where are my cheese? Where's cheese? Where's cheese? Cheese. Okay, guys, I can't find your cheese, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Going over into our great tier. This is Mushroom Kingdom and the Amazing Kingdom. Okay, you can get different shrines from Toadette, basically challenges. You can capture Yoshi okay? And there's fruit that you can collect, apples, reference to the New Super Mario Bros. Wii series where you can eat them. There's Dory in there. There's a radio. There's a sheep herding. You can even have rematches of boss battles, such as Mecha Wiggler is now Duo Mecha Wiggler. Family can't say it's meant to be harder, but it's easier. There's an infinite supply of water. And Knuckle Tech, there's those little zombies. There is so much to do here. There's even a motor scooter. You can eat. There's so many 64 references. Yoshi is on the roof of the castle. You can drain the water. You can climb up the castle. There is just so much to do here. Okay, I need to take a breath. Whew. Okay, I'm not going to show you all this because we're running out of time. But let's go to number 1. Okay? Now, I'm not going to edit anything. Number 1 is amazing. Okay? I could not help but give this number 1 the spot. I know this is amazing, this kingdom, but number 1 goes to the Retro Kingdom. Now, I'm literally excited just to present this. Now, you got to get musicians. You can get to ride a motor scooter with people who don't know how to drive taxis. At night time, there's a whole different area. Yes, there's a day and night different theme, because sadly you can't go back to the night theme once you're in day. But, okay, there's a lovely festival going on, which I just can't help but play several times to get coins. I just love doing that. There, you can plant these, you can do this, you can do everything. You can drive an RC car, you can do a little race to Mario Kart. There is just so much to do. You can climb on rooftops. You can actually interact with a human being who does not like getting hit in the... It's not like getting hit, okay? Now, I just love this kingdom, okay? It's the best kingdom. There's so many little bonus areas going into doors. There's so many cool things. There's even a little area up there with a radio, a little pool. Just don't get me started, okay? This is the best kingdom, okay? Now, you even have to get Mayor Pauline a new handbag, okay? Okay, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. I'm sorry that was so long. Okay, like and subscribe, and please just watch the videos. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.